everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a reading vlog. I'm going to be mood reading for a full week. I absolutely love making these types of videos because I feel like I can really just read whatever I want, which I already kind of do, but I feel like these mood reading videos are just really relaxed and I absolutely love those. Like I feel like there's no, although there is like a deadline because I'm doing it for a week, I feel like I'm just not rushed on reading like a certain book, if that makes any sense. So sorry if you can tell how greasy my hair is. I promise I'm literally taking a shower after I film this, but I am currently reading, oh my God, what is this book called? Addicted After All. I literally could not remember for a second because there's like 10 books in this series, but I'm reading Addicted After All on my Kindle, which I also like redid my stickers. There's like a glare on it. I redid my stickers yesterday and I like how this looks like so much more full and like there's like a lot of color on it. I love it. But yeah, I'm reading Addicted After All. I think this is like the 6th book in the Addicted Calloway Sisters series. And so yeah, I'm 53% of the way through right now, which is page 283. There's like over 500 pages in this book, which is insane. I will let you guys know before each book if I'm gonna do spoilers. I think I'm gonna do spoilers for this book just because I'm pretty sure this came out in like 2014, so this book has been out for 10 years. So I feel like a lot of people have read it. If you haven't, I'm sorry, maybe skip just this book, but there's just a lot to say considering that I'm like 6 books deep into this series. I just don't see how I can get around not spoiling anything. So Rose just had her baby in the limo and she got her girl, which I literally cried because she didn't want to know if it was a boy or a girl until it came out, and it was a girl, which is what she wanted. So I'm so happy about that. Have I mentioned that I literally love this series with my whole heart? I literally love it so much. I was thinking about this last night and like I don't understand how I don't know these people in real life. Like you're telling me that the show Princesses of Philly was not a real show on like TLC that I could watch? How? Literally don't understand. I feel like I'm best friends with the girls and the guys. Like you're telling me that Reich isn't like my bigger older brother best friend, whatever. Seems a little strange, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now. 53%. This book is dragging on in a good way, but there's just so many pages that like I'm only reading like 10 to 15, well no, probably like 10 to 20% a day, which I feel like is really bad, but there's just so many pages in this that it's going by really slow. But I love the book and I don't want to stop reading. So it is a beautiful sunny day out. I've already been sitting out there reading with my dog and I think I'm gonna go do that after I take a shower. I really need to take a shower, so we're gonna do that and then we're gonna go sit on the patio and read some more. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I know my hair is absolutely insane right now. This is my natural hair. It's like crimped. I did not do that. That's what my hair looks like, but we're gonna have to deal with it. So I did not film anything yesterday because it was Easter Sunday and I just was busy the whole day and I was relaxing. I still read though. So I ended up finishing Addicted After All on my Kindle and I don't know what to say other than it was amazing. Loved the book, loved the whole series still. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I think that I've given every other book in the series 4.5. The only thing with this book was that it was so long. It was so long. It was like 550 pages, which I'm so torn between because I obviously, when you like a book and you're connecting with the characters, you want the book to be longer because you want to spend more time with the characters, you know, if that makes sense. So like, although I want it to be long, there's just already so many books. And the thing with that too, I'm going off on like so many different branches here. Overall, there's just already so many books in this series. So for this book to be 560 pages, I was starting to feel a little like slumpy in the middle or just a little like not bored with it. I was just like, the book was dragging on, which I know for a fact that I mentioned to y'all. And it just, I don't know, when books get that long, I kind of get bored in the middle. And then like it's amazing in the beginning and then I'm like, okay, this is dragging on, and then it gets better at the end. So I don't know. And that leads us into what book I'm reading next. I originally told y'all that I wanted to read Caraval next, which I still might, but here's my issue. Although I really want to read this, I am just on like what is it called? I'm on like a fast train to finishing the Addicted series because I just love it so much. Like I want to binge read it, which I've basically been doing. I'm on book, why does this keep coming off of my shoulder? I'm on book 6 or 7 in the series now. And I think there's like 10. So I want to keep reading it and finish the series so bad. But I don't want to burn myself out and get tired of the characters before I finish the series. So although part of me wants to just read the next book, which I don't even know what it is. Is it Kiss the Sky? I have no idea. I think I'm still gonna go with this because, first of all, the text in this book is so small. I mean, no, the text is so big. I think I'm gonna fly through this. And also, I need to get this off my shelf because it's been up there since Christmas, I'm pretty sure, or around Christmas. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read this. This is a very well-known book. I feel like everyone and their mother has read it besides me. And this is also a series too. I am gonna be 100% honest when I say this. I don't even know what this book's about. Where does it even show what the book is about? Where is the synopsis? I literally cannot even find where it is in this book. So that's great. I have no idea what this book is about. I know it's about a circus of some sort, but my thing is like, I think this is a fantasy book, right? I'm pretty sure it's fantasy. And if it's not, I'm gonna be a little sad. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, start reading this. I think I'm gonna fly through this book considering the text is so big. So yeah, I'm gonna start reading this and then I will probably talk to y'all in a little bit just to let you know where I'm at and if I'm liking the book. I even begin with Caraval? Wow. I had told y'all that I did not know really anything about this book. I literally could not even find the synopsis. Sorry, my like neck thing is being so weird right now, but I'm freezing. So I had told y'all that I had no idea what Caraval was about, and I didn't. I knew that there was some magical element in it, and that was really it. And this book was everything I thought it would be, while also not being everything I thought it would be. Like I can't even put that into words. I had no idea who the characters were, what the books were even like about besides that magical element. And it just, I don't even know how to explain it. So I will say that, okay, well, I should probably tell y'all what page I'm on. I'm on page 135. So I've read a lot. I'm like a third of the way through. This book is written kind of amateur to me. Like it reminds me of a book that I would have read in middle school. Like literally exactly that. That is the best way to describe it. It feels like a book that I would get from like my middle school library. Not that it's not good. I do like it. I think the plot's pretty good. If you haven't read it, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Well, yeah, no, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm gonna tell y'all what it's about though. So basically these two girls live on this island and they are getting abused by their dad basically, and their mom is dead or missing, and there is this like, not a carnival, I always thought this was like a carnival or something, but it's like a magical like event, like show that travels around the world and like has different destinations each year, and it's really hard to like get tickets. I don't know if you have to be invited or if it's just like really hard to get tickets, but either way, one of these sisters has been writing to Legend. Legend is the guy who like runs this whole show. She's been writing to him since she was a kid, every single year, like asking for tickets, or at least begging him to like come to where they lived because whatever. He never like gets back to them until she's about to get married. So it's been like 10 years and he finally replies and he's like, we're coming, sort of close to you. I have tickets for you, your sister, and her husband that she was like about to get married to. And so they end up going, even though one of the sisters didn't really want to, but they end up going with Julian, who is the other sisters, like they were fooling around, and so that's who they're going with. They got there and it's so weird because it's like, this show is like reality, but it's not reality, and it takes place in this like almost like fictional like storybook town, and I don't know, it's just odd. I'm not very far into the actual game yet, like game part of the why did I almost say show? Book. But I don't know, it's interesting. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not loving it, but I'm definitely very curious to see where it goes. So So yeah, I'm excited to keep reading. I have a very big theory on, I'm not going to say what the theory is, because if I'm wrong, then I'm going to look really stupid because it's a very big theory. But I have a theory on Julian. I have one revolving around him, and we're going to see if it's true, and I kind of hope it is. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm hoping to get over halfway through. I think that's going to be pretty easy considering I'm already a third of the way. But I'm about to go sit outside. It's like 73 degrees. 72, so it is the perfect weather. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep reading and see where this book takes me. I am literally on the floor in like every single one of these clips, but I ended up finishing Caraval last night, and I wanted to obviously give y'all an update on like what my rating is, what I thought about it. So I had very mixed emotions on this book. It was really good, but at the same time, it was just very amateur and very like, I don't know, it felt so YA to me, and it probably is. I did a quick search to see if it was, and I didn't do a great job at it because I just looked up the book title real quick, and it said that it was just like a fantasy fiction book. So I don't know if it's YA or not. It really feels like it is. Like, I feel like I would have read it in middle school out of like my school library. So yeah, wasn't the biggest fan of the writing, but the plot was amazing. Like, the author was very smart when she came up with this idea. Like, I do think that the idea of this whole book was amazing. And the whole time that I was reading this, I just kept thinking, like, if this was made into a movie or a TV show, I think it would be amazing. Like, if it was Alice in Wonderland level made, or like if Tim Burton made it, just something like that, I think that this would have a lot of potential as a TV show or a movie. I really think it would. The magical element and just how like some things were weird, like, I don't know, it was really cool. I really like the idea of this whole caraval thing. The writing wasn't 100% for me, which is fine because it was still a good book, and not all writing is for everyone. So I ended up giving it a 3.5 stars. I would recommend it. It was really good. And I honestly feel like I'm still gonna think about this book. I think about the ACOTAR books every single day of my life, and that's how you know that it's one of my favorite series. I think about the Addicted series every single day. That's how you know it's a good series. I think that I will probably think about this, and I'm excited to read the second book. I am going to finish the series. I think there's 3 books. Like, I think after this it's Legendary, and then there's Finale. So I'm definitely going to have to finish the series because I want to know how it all ends. But yeah, 3.5 stars for this. And then after I finished that, I was in like a reading kick. I'm not even joking. Like, I literally finished this book, flipped the last page, updated on Goodreads, and then picked my Kindle up and started reading a new book, which, shocker, can y'all guess what it is? It's literally Fuel the Fire, which is in the Addicted series. I think this is like book 7 or 8, but I just had to go right back into it. Guys, I love this series so much. I'm probably so annoying. This is like ACOTAR all over again. Like, I just cannot stop talking about it or thinking about it, but I literally was in this mood to start reading, and then I read the prologue, and I was like, yeah, I'm not in the mood to read anymore. Nothing against the book. I just was like, yeah, like, I should probably stop reading for the day, because I read like 300 pages yesterday. I'm not even joking. No, that's an exaggeration. Maybe like 200, but still, like, I read a good amount yesterday. So I only made it to 3%, page 18. And I think this one's about Connor and Rose. Like, it's in their perspective, which I love them. I love every character. So I'm excited to read this. I've been saying this every day, but it's another beautiful day out. We've been blessed with amazing weather. So I think I'm gonna go sit out there and read. Today will be the last day that I film this video. I think we're on day 6 now. I didn't film every single day because one day was Easter, and then I didn't film yesterday because I had like a job interview and just lots of stuff like that to do. But today's gonna be the last day. I wanna get this video up tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna read this as much as I can today, and we will regroup at the end of the day to where I can finish this video, tell y'all how far I got in this. There's just no way I'm gonna finish this book in this video. Like, even if I wanted to go another day or two with this video, I would not finish this because it's almost 600 pages. So we're gonna go sit outside something. We're gonna see how far I can get. So right now I'm on 3%. Let's see how far I can get. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in a little bit when I wrap the video up. It's the next morning, and I literally did exactly what I said it wasn't gonna do. I said I wasn't gonna update y'all this morning because I wanted to get the video up today, but I ended up not updating y'all last night. So now I'm finishing it off. I'm literally getting the video up today. So if you're watching the video the day that it's uploaded, hi, we're in real time right now. So I ended up reading a little bit more last night in bed. I'm on page 49, which is 9% of the way through. I don't even remember what I was at last time. Was I at 3% when I last talked to y'all? I was at something like that, but I'm on 9% now. And yeah, there's not really much to say about it yet. I'm only 9% in, but I do like the book so far. Obviously, I love these characters. I feel like they could do anything and I would like them. And yeah, this book is about Rose and Connor. If y'all have not read this series, you really need to. There is a lot of spice. Like, it is one of the spiciest series I've ever read. It might be, actually, but it is so good. I love them so much. So we're gonna end the video right here. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I love doing mood reading vlogs. They're just so relaxing, and I love being able to just like slow down, read whatever I want, and I hope that you guys enjoy them too. If you have not already, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so that we can be best friends. I love you guys so much, and yeah, I will see all of y'all in my next video.